Hi, thanks for watching Music Trivia League. If you like what you see, press subscribe below. If you liked today's show, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down. Either way, have a safe and happy holiday season. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Music Trivia League. I am your host, Ken the Zen. Right beside me to my left, maybe your right, who knows? He's right, he's left, he's my man, he's Johnny the Bone Man Strange. Johnny, how are you today?
I haven't left yet, man.
This brand new year, fella. How are you doing?
Boy, it feels a lot different, man. I gotta tell you, it feels like things have changed dramatically.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a drastic difference between 2020, which looks really nice as a pair of glasses for New Year's Eve,
It does definitely.
than 2021, because then you're not getting the vision, man.
No, you're not.
You know, you're just seeing one finger. That's it.
One finger, and I'm
Lord-
so used to seeing one finger from people that it's just
Oh.
like it's bringing me down.
Well, Lord knows I'm a two-finger man, Johnny.
You are definitely a two-finger man.
Peace.
So, a year ago, Ken the Zen, you and I were getting ready to head off on the road on tour in Texas, and had no idea that a year later we'd be here doing a wrap-up review on our music trivia show. What do you think of that?
Yes, it's absolutely amazing. It's true. Last year, the skies were warmer. The people were bigger. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything.
But I did not think that our imagination would grow so big as to start our own TV game show of music trivia.
Yeah. Well,
How did you think when I was proposed this to you? You were like, what the? But here we are.
I thought it made perfect sense, to be honest, because I know what a big trivia guy you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And obviously what a big music guy you are,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then when COVID made it such that we couldn't be music people anymore, it made a lot of sense to me because you've been talking about doing this kind of thing for a long time. This is not a new idea. You just needed the right circumstances, and as awful as COVID has been, it did provide the circumstances to begin this show. But kudos to you for actually doing it, man, because people always talk a good game, but few actually get on the ice and do it, and you did. So good for you, Ken the Zen.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that, and I'm happy, super happy to have you along for the ride. There's no question.
It's my honor.
Well, I'm a bass player and you're a drummer, and we are the rhythm section, and
We
we're
are.
both guys for hire. So why hire one when you can hire two? You know,
You have here a complete rhythm section ready to go.
That's right.
All
We're
of
old.
you artists.
if you're listening and you're ready to tour again, well, maybe we're ready to tour again.
Maybe we are.
We just got to get those borders open.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
And we have a lot of experience playing together. It's not just music trivia. We've done several acts together over the years.
That
so
is true.
we're ready.
We are ready. Fantasy League, another band, doesn't matter.
Nope.
We will be there to
Whatever you got.
at least bring a smile to your face,
Hopefully.
and probably a victory to you. All
All
right,
right.
John. Well, here we are. We're at the end, well, the start of the year, really. But at the start of this beautiful year, we're going to review the year that was 2020, the inaugural season of the Music Trivia League.
Music Trivia League.
So
Well,
I figure the best way to do that is let's just start at the bottom and work our way, rise to the top. The cream of the creme, as they say.
do they say that? I don't know if they say that, man.
Somebody said that to me once, I think.
Should get her number.
All right. Well, we've been blessed so far in the league to have had 18 different players come in.
Yeah.
If you can believe that, 18. And, well, most of them have won, but most of them have also lost. Unfortunately, we have to start off with I don't want to say losers, but the unwinners so far in this league.
The double L's.
The double L's. We have at the number 18, if you remember this beautiful man, All Stage Jim coming in at 0-2.
All Stage Jim. All Stage Jim had a rough ride on a couple of those. Like he had a round two thing happen in the early days of round two, and it's none of this is a reflection on the player, and that's the thing. If you're a sports fan, you run across lots of teams that are better than their record, especially after only two games.
Absolutely right.
You can get caught in some bad luck twice. Over the course of 10 games, maybe it evens out. But
Right.
Allstate Shim's first and foremost a good dude.
Yes.
Comes on with the right attitude, and he got just caught up in some bad luck, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's how it was. His first match, he got too many points stolen in the second round, unfortunately. He came up short on a question that he knew, which could have put him right in contention to win that match, and failed. And then his second match, of course, our only sudden death, where it was just one lyric away.
Right.
And I'm afraid the lyric was, he wanted no more, more, more.
There you go. I mean, that could easily be a 1-1 or even a 2-0. So it's
So
like,
quick.
That's the game.
That's right. So then at number 17, sharing an 0-2 record, unfortunately, it's going to be a lot similar situations, I think, right? And that is the Big D coming in.
D.
0-2.
Well, hey, give Big D credit for he was in the first match, right?
He was the debut episode, yeah.
I mean, he gets marks for me, and he goes down in Music Trivia League lore forever. He'll probably get his number retired just for being in the very first match. He's going to be the answer to a trivia question himself.
Absolutely true. The first match he had against the Gentleman and was only 1 point shy
Close
of winning,
game.
and he got 3 questions wrong, where he was 1 year off. So it was so close, and then in his second match, unfortunately, it was Ligif came in and just it was the day of Ligif. Unfortunately,
Ligif was on fire that day.
That's right. Yeah. So the Big D had to go hide for a little bit, but hopefully in 2021 we can have the Big D back, and we'll see. Start anew, as they say.
He's another good player, man. He's another guy who certainly has wins in him, but the circumstances just got to go his way. That's all.
Just didn't work out for him. All right. So now we have one player left. That's 0-2. And a tough 0-2 it was for our friend, the Maestro.
The Maestro.
Coming in at rank number 16th now.
The happiest dude, man. The happiest player in the whole of the Music Trivia League.
Yep,
and
right,
again,
man.
just couldn't catch a break, Had some tough opponents.
Well, that's the thing. He came in the first round and, Johnny Thunder. The storm came.
Somebody had to play Johnny Thunder, and it happened to
did.
be the Maestro.
And then in the Maestro's second match, we had the Christmas edition against his older brother.
Against his brother.
And then his older brother, just being a little bit wiser because of age, got one more question than the Maestro did. And
Do you think
that's how he won.
Do you think the Maestro threw that game as a gift to his older brother?
The Maestro is an extreme, genuine gentleman. So
He's a nice
maybe
guy.
he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he thought that, if I throw this match, he will play me again. Whereas he won, then that's it. Big bro would be gone.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think he has it in him to take that sort of to offer that gift.
that's
Maybe.
right. Yeah, he was
But,
doing the league a favor by
maybe.
losing. He was
Maybe.
very unselfish, which is
Very
fantastic.
unselfish. And he also knows that there's no relegation in the Music Trivia League because, if there was, probably those 3 guys would be out of the league this year, but they're not.
That's right. Well, maybe we'll have a 3-way match and then retirement match.
Retirement.
Whoever loses, I'm sorry, guys.
Loser leave town match.
Maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to negotiate what's going on with
A
2021.
3-way battle of the 0-2s would be spectacular.
Absolutely. And the last place, you're gone. You're out of the league.
That would be intense, man.
Yeah. See the curb, kiss it.
Ooh.
Maybe. But I don't know. That seems pretty mean now that I'm saying that. So we'll probably do it.
It's all about the ratings, man.
Yeah, man. If the people want it, the people get it. And that's just the
People
way
get
that it is.
That's what makes, football in Europe so exciting for the people whose teams are terrible.
Exactly.
Like
I
over
do like
here,
that.
over here you tank, you fail for nail, you try to get the first draft pick, and it's boring.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas over there, you're in the fight of your life to stay in the league. So it's
Just
like
to
there's a
stay.
reason to be interested in the bottom and the top of the table.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I do like that. Well,
maybe there's something here for that,
yeah, we'll have to have our staff come together and figure this out.
I thought we were doing that right now.
Oh. Shoot. Let me just check my note. Oh, yeah, we were. Yeah,
Anyway,
totally.
I love the idea of the three-way match between
That's
those
interesting.
three guys. That would be
Okay.
great.
Okay, we'll see if we can talk to their people and see if they're ready to do such things. And hopefully that'd be amazing.
Hopefully. That would be great.
Okay, number 15, we have Poppermost. Remember Poppermost?
Poppermost put up a win, put up a W.
No,
No, she
did
didn't?
not. No, she only played one match.
Oh, she only played one match.
and
My
that was
mistake.
versus a Dynamite. And I think what it was is Poppermost is great at everything pre-1975. But as soon as Ken the Zen was brought into this world, it was kind of like, I don't need to learn anything else.
No, it's seen it all now.
We've seen it all.
Yeah.
So Poppermost, unfortunately, 0-1. She didn't fare that well against Dynamite, but it was still a great match.
Yeah.
And we got to learn, if I remember right, a bunch about the zombies,
That's
which
right.
a lot of people don't know. So
Who picks the zombies as their band? I mean,
that's right.
Poppermost, a compelling character. If we ever do like a pre-1975 elimination tournament, Poppermost might be the number one seed.
Absolutely. It might happen. And then at 14, we have this guy. He's a really nice dude, really sweet dude, but unfortunately, he decided he thought he'd go up against the Canadian.
Oh, you can't do that.
And you can't do
do
that.
that.
You can't not. And that was, of course, our friend, the name sharer of me, Kenny Iguana.
Kenny Iguana.
Iguana come back on the show, you mean? Yay, I say.
I'd go on him too as well because he's also just a nice dude, really nice guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, he, like all those people who had to play Johnny Thunder, he ran into a buzzsaw. But I think Kenny Iguana is also a player of great potential. Like everybody we're talking about is still a rookie, man. They're all still brand new. So
Absolutely.
Kenny Iguana, I hope he comes back because I think he's got wins in him as well.
Well, I think that's what we're going to come into in this little chunk of seedlings, as they were, is that they're all fantastic players that just didn't quite work out. And Kenny Iguana is definitely there.
Yeah.
And, on a different day, that guy's getting a W.
Yeah.
Just
on a
not that
different day.
time.
Just-
However, this other player who's ranked at one below him at number 13 was the mighty J-Roll.
J-Roll.
Yeah, I remember J-Roll from the big city.
Yeah. J-Roll came in kicking booty in that first round, man. It looked like it was going to be a smoke show.
J-Roll was great. He came in. He was our first player that we had never met before.
The first
Who just-
walk-on, yeah.
Just contacted us through the interwebs. And when I interviewed him, this guy's got the stuff.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has got the stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those situations, kind of like Kenny Iguana, where his opponent just happened to be Microphone.
Microphone's one of our top-ranked players.
Right. And J-Roll went up 7-0, John.
I was there.
Went up 7-0. And, the dice just didn't go his way. And then the best of the best, he got some bands that he hadn't quite heard of.
That's right,
You
man.
know, the National Conspiracy was that
National
day.
Conspiracy, yeah.
Right.
It's like, you can come in with the great resume, but in the moment, you still got to deliver. And it looked like he was cruising, but Microphone, already a veteran, Microphone, ice in his veins, that guy. He just waited for his moment, and then he took it over. It was
did.
really something to see.
It was amazing, and that is a rewatch match for sure.
Definitely.
Because poor J-Roll was, he was blowing smoke.
He was actually.
Like literally blowing smoke up our screens, and unfortunately, we had one of those machines that eat up smoke.
Yeah, a microphone.
A microphone. That's what we call them.
Yeah, but J-Roll's, in terms of pedigree, first round draft pick J-Roll. He's got all the background,
Absolutely.
to really tear it up in this league. And, I wouldn't be at all surprised if we come around to this time next year and we're talking about J-Roll as being one of the top players.
I was thinking that myself, that come the end of the year 2021, there's strong potential for J-Roll to be in the top 3.
I think so too.
There's no question. It's
Yeah.
just timing, man. As you know, drummer, timing.
I sort of know a thing or two about that.
Well, let's count to 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 12th ranked player, and that, of course, if you remember, was Psycho Dad 75.
Go Dad 75.
Remember Psycho Dad 75?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big extreme guy. I seem
He's
to
an
remember.
extreme guy.
And that's what happened is his opponent got extreme, and Psycho Dad got all the points,
Yeah.
but came this close to winning. But unfortunately, it was Hound Dog, I believe, beat him that day. So close.
Yeah, that was a great match too, man. That was a good one, Psycho Dad. And, Hound Dog's another one of these kind of ice in his veins players. Doesn't get too rattled, so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Hound Dog's, he's up here on the list. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah, we'll get to the
He's
Hound
up at the
Dog.
top.
We'll get to that. Hopefully we'll see Psycho Dad back,
I
take
hope
another
to see
kick at
Psycho
it.
Dad back, too. I think he's, I know he wants to be back. It's just scheduling.
Yep.
Scheduling differences. It's just, we all have our own things going on. So there's only so many free hours in the day. But he will be back for sure.
All right.
I saw on Facebook he wasn't going to the gym anymore, so that probably clears up 22 hours a day for him.
Yeah, he's reading a lot of music trivia, getting ready.
He's getting
like
ready.
Clubber Lang, man. He trains alone. He
like
lives
that.
alone.
I pity the fool.
Pain.
But I will tell you, we have one more before we hit our top 10.
All right.
So unfortunately, this gentleman just outside of the top 10, and by gentleman, I mean the gentleman.
The gentleman.
Yeah, the old gentleman. You remember game number 1, match number 1, Johnny. Gentleman came in strong. He knew his Tommy James and the Shondells,
He did.
and he beat the Big D by 1 point.
He did, man. The
Even
gentleman.
1-0. He came in hot, and then the
mean,
second match.
Oh, well, we'll get to that. But I mean, he's also a trivia question. Who put up the first W in the Music Trivia League? It was the gentleman.
Absolutely. Or it could also be, who's the first person that I contacted to even be on the show.
Was it the gentleman?
It was the gentleman, because him, Jerry, gentleman Jerry, we've spent many hours together over the years,
Yes,
and
of course.
I'd say 95% of those conversations is talking about music.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
So he was my first call, of course.
absolutely. And he stepped up, man. That took
stepped up.
stones.
He did great, and
Got a win.
And then his second round or second match, well, there was a storm in town that day.
A memorable match for all.
But
the
if you
wrong reasons.
remember correctly, coming out of round 1, Johnny Thunder was only up 3-2.
Yes.
Which
Johnny Thunder was off in
bled.
that first round.
He bled that day.
It looked a little bit dicey for a minute, but
He bled
then
that day. But
then
then
what happened?
Yeah, I didn't realize that he could just self-heal. And then round 2 came and the wound closed up. And he got all 16 points available.
some
Stole
players,
Jerry's 8 and got his 8.
Oh yeah, it's
And
like
he cracked the gentleman that day.
some players. He did. Some players just have another gear, man.
Yeah, he sure did.
Johnny Thunder is, Johnny Thunder's the story of the first year in Music Trivia League, and that was a statement game if we've ever seen one.
And a big influence on us changing the rules.
Yes.
Of round number 2, of course.
Yes.
And since we've done that, I don't know, 8 matches or so ago, everything has been a little bit tighter, and somebody in Johnny Thunder's stature taken away a little bit of that magic, where it has to be luck and knowledge.
It's like the old the Habs rule, the power play rule in the NHL, where it used to be that if you scored on the power play, you stayed on the power play.
Oh, I did
for
not
the
know
whole,
that.
for the whole length of the penalty. The Canadians' power play was so freaking good that they'd score 5 times, and they changed the rules so that if you score, you come out of the box. And Johnny Thunder would score 5 times on the power play. We had to change round 2's rules to make it just a little less,
Absolutely, there's no question, and I'm glad that we did.
Yeah, me too. Because
And hopefully everybody watching at home, please let us know in the comments if you like the new round 2, or if you preferred the old round 2, where people just got completely embarrassed, where they'd lose their, integrity and just start swearing all over the place. Tell us if you want that back.
I personally think since we changed round 2, the games have been really, really tight and terrific, and they've come down to the wire, which is cool.
I absolutely agree. And that will bring us to the top 10.
Here we go.
Here we are, the top 10 ranked players in the Music Trivia League.
All right.
All right, sitting here at number 10 was your co-host for the match with the Canadian.
Dracula.
And Count Dracula comes in at 10.
Nice.
Yeah, 1-1 record.
1-1.
I know that first match he was against the A team, and unfortunately, round 2 got him as well.
Yep.
Where both of the bands were early 2000s, Counting Crows and Matchbox 20.
Yep.
And let's just say the Count doesn't come out during those years.
Neither did I.
No, I didn't get out much myself, to be honest. But that is exactly what happened. And then the Count came back in his second match, though, to win in overtime, sudden death, with his Sweet Child of Mine lyrical knowledge.
That was good. I feel like Dracula is still just a little bit of a mystery. I'm not quite sure what we got there. He makes a fine co-host.
He does, indeed.
I will definitely say that. But as a player in the Music Trivia League, it's hard for me just to nail down
Right, yeah.
what I feel like. It's just hard to tell. Is the potential right up there with some of the better players? Feels like it could be. We haven't necessarily seen it yet.
Right. Well, I think with Count Dracula, he's right up that kind of like funk style of music and all that stuff.
Interesting.
So when we got into, early 2000s pop rock,
Not his
excuse
bag.
me, that wasn't it. There was no, there was no bubbling in his mouth from those pop rocks.
He was not feeling good.
No, he was no. Wow. So we have number here at number 9 is of course our mes amis, Le Gif.
Le Gif.
Le Gif.
Now, Le Gif will go down in Trivia League lore as well because ultimately we called it the Le Gif rule when
That's
we finally
right.
changed round 2 because we'd seen a lot of players get decimated by round 2, and Le Gif, I think, was the last one where we
Yeah.
decided, like, okay, there's a trend here.
Right.
And he took it like a man, like a monsieur. You know?
Monsieur, yeah.
He was good humored about it all, but
Absolutely.
he got buzzsawed in round 2 in that first
Yeah,
match.
he definitely gave all the respectful props to Dr. Drea,
He did.
who came in, and Dixie Chicks or the Chicks just was not Le Gif's thing. And like you
Not
say,
Le
with the
Gif's
round 2, it came down to Le Gif, unfortunately, that happening, and then of course Gentleman Jerry,
Yeah.
that happening, and it was just like, well, what are we gonna call this thing? GG? Or are we gonna call it Le Gif?
Le Gif.
Le Gif.
The Le Gif rule. But he's a good player, man.
He's a great
he
player.
came back. He
Did.
came back and got a win.
He did. He came back and he won and won.
Yep.
So, the Le Gif beat the Big D down. That's what happened there.
That's right.
And although a close match, the GIF did squeeze by, and I know he's excited for season 2021,
Yeah.
and to start fresh in a way. So
He's another guy like Dracula who I look at and I'm like it's we're not just 100% sure what we have there. I think in both of those cases there are good players in there. So we'll see, a game against each other would be interesting.
that's for sure. And so here now, after Le Gif in the 9th spot, we have the 8th seed, and that is our Canadian brother, and not Canadian,
Not
but the
Kennedy.
A team.
The A team, man.
A team, the plural singular dude.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
He's
I love
a
he
legion.
comes in. He comes in as a team,
He is.
a team
lot
of
of-
one.
A lot of voices in that head.
A lot of voices, a lot of guitars on that wall. I seem to remember.
Those voices know a lot of music, though.
They do. Well, he won and won, right? He won his first match against Count Dracula, of course, and it was really tight. But he came in. He was the first player that came in with the strategy of bringing in bands that he thought nobody else would know anything about.
Right.
Right, which was a strategy, a round 2 strategy, which was another piece of why we needed to change round 2 a little bit. But he came in, with Matchbox 20, and he came in with Counting Crows, and both of those bands got rolled, and that's 16 points available.
Yeah. Bang.
So you're against the other guy who's a funk guy,
Yeah.
something's funky happened there.
Something funky happened.
That's right, and the A-Team won.
A team did win.
But then his second match, the A-Team went up against Hound Dog. And tight. That match was tight.
Yeah.
But I remember round 2 in the band round, Hound Dog got category of Guns N' Roses,
That's his alley.
and he gets asked a simple question for some people. Name the 5 members.
And what did he do?
He doesn't say Slash, and he doesn't say Izzy. He doesn't say Duff. He doesn't say Axel. He comes in with their birth names, which we just had to assume were correct.
That's right. That's the level Hound Dog's at here, man.
He one-upped us right away. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, Jeff Isabel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good.
believe you.
Saul Hudson. Okay. William Bailey. Yeah, sounds like Axel. Yeah, there it is. So, and that was the story of that match, unfortunately. It was one biography difference, perhaps.
Yes, it was. It was. But, you know, the A-Team, another player of great potential, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to watch all these kind of middle-of-the-pack seeds,
Yes.
you know, really begin to deliver in the next season, you know.
That's right. These 1-1 guys, they're all right there. Some rolled in their favor and some rolled just outside their favor. And that's why they're 1-1. And they're all kind of
makes a
clumped
difference.
together in the middle. And we have one more 1-1 player, and that is our 7th seed, who some might have thought would be a higher seed because she is dominant. And that is, of course, the Doctor.
The Dr. Dre.
Drea.
Dr. Dre is great.
Oh, yeah. Her personality's fantastic. She came in. She understands the game. She knows what's going on. She picked the right bands.
Yep.
You know, she took care of LaGiff. And then in
Big
her
time.
second match against Dynamite, she was in the lead all the way until the best of the best. And she just could not come up with those last answers, unfortunately.
You
But
got to
she was
deliver.
there.
Got to
She was
deliver in
there.
the moment.
Yeah.
I think that she is another one who could be really great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if things just go her way a little bit,
No
she
question.
could jump up that leaderboard really, really quick. And I think she'd probably
For
like
real.
another shot at Dynamite because I think, you know, she was very gracious about it all, but in her mind, I think she's like, I could beat her.
Well, that was really the difference for Dr. Drea was that Dynamite match because, let's face it, if she had won that match, she'd be 2-0 and the 2nd seed overall because she has 29 points compared.
That says a lot, right there.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that didn't happen. Dynamite was the victor,
Nope.
and she's the 2-0 player.
Yeah.
And even though she has less points, Dr. Drea, 2nd overall in points.
Right.
But
So
you need offense and defense.
that's the thing, right? So it's
Right.
like, but you look at the numbers, you look at the point spreads, and you think, okay, there's definitely a player there. So anybody who runs up against Dr. Drea would do well to keep in mind not the record, but the point total.
The point. She can beat anybody in this league.
Yes, she can.
There's no question.
Yes, she can.
Even Johnny Thunder. She could beat Johnny Thunder. Just
Hopefully-
depending on those rolls, man.
Hopefully,
That's
we'll
it.
get to see those two head to head.
I would like to see that. I would like to see
Yep.
that. Well, that sums up all of our players that have at least one loss. So that's a pretty good list. Pretty good
Some big
list.
players in that list.
So that leaves us, we have 6 players left that are undefeated.
Undefeated 6.
So there's no better time than right now, if you're watching, to announce that we are going to have 2020's Player of the Year tournament featuring only the 6 undefeated players that are in the Music Trivia League.
This is going to be intense, man.
This is it. This is for all the marbles. This is
All
for
the marbles.
the tiny invisible statue that could go
Yeah.
right on their wall. Or who knows, maybe our sponsors will throw in a trophy and we'll be able to
Maybe.
give somebody something.
I think it might only be just one marble, actually, too, at this point. Not marbles.
No, just okay. Well, what was your favorite marble growing up? I was a bit of a marble guy.
Cat's eye.
I was going to say Cat's Eye too. It's the only one I could remember the name of.
Yeah, me too.
What a crock.
I had some jumbos. Yeah.
Jumbos, yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna name the top player of the year in a big old tournament featuring 6 undefeated players. And boy, if you've enjoyed the Music Trivia League up to this point, we're going up a level, wouldn't you say?
Well, the round 3 is called Best of the Best, but quite literally, these are the best of the best.
Best of the best
For the year 2020, that is.
for the year 2020. So who are we going to see in this tournament?
All right.
Ken
Well,
Lezan?
at number 6, the lowest ranked seed, but undefeated nonetheless, it is, "Right then, guys, it's me, the Canadian." Oh,
the
I don't
Canadian.
have my hat, but I assure you, it's me. I promise you, it's
The
me.
Canadian. I
Canadian,
feel
yeah. 1-0 Canadian.
every time we get down to the playoffs, in the NHL, the analysts sit down and they say, which 8th seed would you not want to play in the first round?
Yep.
You are definitely the lowest ranked seed that I would not want to play in the first round.
It's like the 2006 Pittsburgh Steelers, the first team ever to be a wild card, win all 3 games on the road for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well,
5. That was number 5 of their 6 Super Bowls.
Is
But
that
yeah.
how you feel going into this tournament?
I look at my opponents and I don't feel that way. There's some great players on there. But that being said, I will be studying and I hope for the best. I plan to win this tournament. I plan to win it
Yeah, all right.
because there's no better way to say that the fix is in than having the fix in,
That's true.
you know? No, you can't have a great turkey dinner without the fix-ins.
Without the fix-kens.
But that's it. So that's me. I am the number 6
seed.
Yeah.
All right.
So at number 5, we have the Brothers McMillan, and that was Nerd Rock.
Nerd Rock.
Yeah, the Radiohead man. Yeah, that
Nerd
was
Rock put
great.
in an impressive performance, man.
He sure did.
You know, he's up against Flesh and Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Was able to shut off his emotions, focus on the game.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
once in the playoffs, I saw the Habs play the Nordiques, Mark Hunter on one team, and Dale Hunter on the other, and they went toe to toe and slugged it out, full on fist fight at center ice in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
Nerd Rock was able to bring that level of edge to this game. You know, it's all good off the ice, but on the ice, you got to take care of business, and he did against his brother, and he's a
He
good
sure
player.
did. He sure did. And he actually rolled his brother's band
Yeah,
that day and still got 4 of the 6 points,
that's a good player.
which was pretty amazing. And that's why he is there at number 5.
Number 5, you know, maybe a dark horse in this tournament.
Well, they're all, I don't know. They're all
They're
great. I don't
they're all
even
great
know.
players, you know, but some of them still fly just
Yeah.
a little bit under the radar.
there's-
When you
there's-
get
There's
when
a
you're
couple we talk about a lot and a couple we don't.
Right,
And
right.
he's a don't, but
so
he's there.
but Nerd Rock showed, you know, nerves of steel, and you know he's a good player. So I put him in the dark horse category. I think he
Okay.
could do some damage.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the number 4 seed then, and that is of course the beautiful Dynamite from the West Coast. Yeah,
Dynamite.
she came and she showed us why she was the 4 seed by taking out Dr. Drea. In her first match, she had Poppermost, and she did well against Poppermost, and then coming in as I would say the underdog with Dr. Drea.
Distinct underdog.
But-
Everybody thought,
Yep.
you know, Dr. Drea was going to handle the business that day,
Yeah.
and Dynamite shocked the world, man.
Yeah, she was cool and she was calm,
Mm-hmm.
and she just went to business.
She delivered in the best of the best. I mean,
That's right.
you know, she
She
is
sure
a,
did.
She is a solid player, and I probably consider her another dark horse in this category, in this group, because we talk so much about some of the players we're about to talk about. They get all the headlines, but if you're paying attention, Dynamite took out Dr. Drea impressively in that match, and that makes her dangerous in a tournament like this.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. Very much.
Dangerous.
She might just win.
That's her other name. And that's exactly it. She was the one that from the doctor is in to the doctor is out.
Mm-hmm.
She flipped that sign.
She did.
And that respect gained her number 4 seed.
But she will not sneak up on anybody anymore.
Nope. And so we go on to the top 3.
Here we go.
Just like that, Johnny, the top 3.
Top 3.
Coming in at number 3,
Hound dog.
Hound Dog. Ow.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog,
He
man.
is in the house, and he is one of those characters where I believe he truly thought he was going to lose both of his matches and won them both.
Won them both.
And he has got the skills. There's no doubt about that.
Does he have the confidence to go the distance in a tournament like this?
Well, me as the Canadian, I hope not. And me as Ken, I hope he does great, man. Like I hope he wins the whole thing. He's a great dude, and he does have musical knowledge. He knows how to play thousands of songs on guitar, which means you know thousands of songs.
Right. And he would be definitely a worthy representative of the league as champion for
Absolutely.
year 1. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Good guy, good player, and quietly goes about his business, man, you know? He's not as flashy as a couple of the other players we know, but
Right.
at the end of the day, 2 W's, and you can't argue with that.
Absolutely. So we have the top 2 left, but before we do that, I'll kind of explain how this tournament is going to work. So it's going to be kind of based on the old NFL AFC type rules.
Okay.
So top 6 teams are going to make it, but the top 2 are going to get buys.
All right.
So that means team number 3 is going to be playing team number 6, and team number 4 is going to be playing team number 5.
All right.
Okay. So the 3 versus 6 match is, of course, Hound Dog versus me.
That's a marquee matchup right there.
This is one for the ages right
Yeah,
here. There will be whiskey
absolutely.
involved, I assure you.
That might just be the host.
Right. So that's the thing. And the other match, of course, would be the number 4 seed versus the number 5 seed. And that was Dynamite versus Nerd Rock. This is gonna be interesting, right?
Interesting, yeah.
They're both kind of the dark horses, as you would say.
That's right. Well, someone's going to be a light horse by the end of that one.
That's it. I love it. Well, Dana's closer to White Horse, so
She's
maybe.
very pale.
maybe. Yeah, but she's also in BC, which is right
White
there.
horse, yes,
White Horse is
absolutely.
there.
Well, she has that shimmering blonde hair like you do, too.
She
got that
does.
whole lightness thing happening.
Yeah, she stole it from me when we were in the hotel together.
Hiya!
Weird, right? Shimmering. Out of all this, all she wanted was my shimmering light hair.
Well, she got it, man.
She did get it. She did get it. She got
And
some,
your beard.
and she got she got some great bass playing and some great drumming on that tour as well.
She did, and she's also got herself an interesting first-round matchup in this tournament.
She sure does. Her versus Nerd Rock. We're
Nerd
gonna
Rock.
see. We're gonna see.
Yep.
So how it ends is, out of those 2 matches, whoever the lowest seed is going to play the top seed, and then whoever's the second lowest seed is going to play our number 2 player, and that of course is Mr. Microphone.
Microphone!
Yes.
Dude, I wouldn't want to play Microphone in a playoff match. He
No.
demonstrated against J-Roll
Oh yeah.
nerves of freaking steel, man.
Well, Microphone messaged me after his first match and says, "I want Johnny Thunder."
Oh, man.
And I said, "Mike, we can't do it that way. It's we got to wait. Blah blah blah." Then he
Yeah.
played his second match, J-Roll. He's like, "I want Johnny Thunder."
I love it.
And I said, "Well, you're both 2-0, so we'll see what we can have happen."
I love it.
Whatever's. And when I invited these top 6 players to be in this tournament, Microphone just said, "I want Johnny Thunder."
Yeah, I love it.
And I said, "Listen, dude, you win the tournament, you got him. That's gonna happen."
That is a championship mentality right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you've got to bring the knowledge and you've got to bring the skills, but you've got to bring the attitude. And
That's right.
Microphone is not coming in feeling like a dark horse or an underdog. That guy not only wants to win, he wants to take out what you would describe as the perceptual champ based on the rankings.
Exactly right.
I love that.
So I'm excited. Mike's excited to get in here. He's quiet though, the silent assassin. But
He is the silent assassin.
but whoever he faces, which won't be me, it won't be. It's not mathematically possible for it to be me.
Really?
But unless it's the finals,
Right.
it's not mathematically possible. But maybe I will see him in the finals because for me to see him in the finals, that means I'm gonna have to win my first match and then also beat our number 1 player,
You have to go through
which is the snowstorm himself, Mr. Thunder, Johnny Thunder,
the tornado, Johnny Thunder.
our top player in the league. He's number 1 for a reason because he's
yeah.
undefeated and he has the highest total points, no question. He comes in with his flowing locks, and his great, English type attitude, and he's just destroying
Jeez.
people.
Johnny Thunder manages to be both flamboyant and imperious at the same time. He is a character.
That's right. He wouldn't say it's merely a flesh wound. He'd say you're dead.
Right. And
Just
he would
getcha.
do it with his hair. And it's like the thing about Johnny Thunder though is that it's not just posturing. That dude has delivered from moment 1. Like he has not broken a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone through his opponents like Refrigerator Perry carrying the ball from the 1 yard line. You know
That's
what
right.
I'm saying?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, defensive lineman. Oh gosh.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly it. And so that is going to be our tournament, and that's our players of the year. That's everybody that we had in our rankings. And man, I just got to say, how lucky are we to have such a diverse league going on?
Absolutely.
Like, man,
Yeah.
we don't have any real country bumpkins in here yet,
Not yet. I hope not, because I don't want to have to write those questions.
but we'll see. We'll see if we can find a Lone Star or two.
Yeah, right. Well, we had a Chicks fan, so that's a
Yeah,
start.
Chicks is close, but they're kind of like not musically, but like the rockers of country.
Really?
You know, when they spoke out against the president, they're punk rockers.
There's a punk angle on that.
You know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Some of those other guys would be just like, listen, man, I just want to drink my whiskey. I just want it to rain so my corn can grow. I just hope my truck starts. But these guys don't care about that shit.
I need to go write a song about blue jeans and tailgates.
Yeah, they wanted to change the world when they saw, problems in leadership of the world, and they stepped out and they said it.
That's
and I
true.
respect that.
That's punk.
I do respect that.
That's
There's
pretty
no
punk.
question.
You're right.
Ask me to name one of their albums, don't know. But I do respect and that. So we'll see. And also,
We'll see.
I mean, for me personally, Willie Nelson is in my top 3 artists of all time.
Of course. Of course.
So who
And,
knows? Maybe in the tournament we'll have Willie Nelson questions. I
We
don't
may
know.
indeed, if the Canadian chooses to go that way.
Perhaps.
We have yet to have a real hip hop or rap specialist come in to the
Right.
to the game. That would be because
Absolutely.
we have a ton of pop questions, and we do occasionally get into straight up hip hop questions, and a lot of our players struggle with those, especially the ones who want Led Zeppelin questions. So.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you get questions from, say, 2005 to now-ish, there's a lot of hip-hop in there because that's what our society is dictating as being our popular music.
That's what the pop music is right now. Absolutely.
So it used to be long hairs and guitars, and then it used to be hairsprays, and then it used to be flannel. But right now, it's hip hop beats.
You
That
and I
kind
are
of stuff.
long hairs and guitars, man.
Yeah, I do have that. Oh, rats. But that's okay. That's okay. We're still doing well.
We're doing fine. And I don't have to answer any of the questions. I just get to ask them, so it's all good for
Yeah,
me.
not yet. Anyways, although you did last match kind of throw out that.
Well, hey, if
have some
someone
interest,
there
You have
was
some
there was
interest.
somebody talking smack at me. I think
I think it was maybe Sarah. Smith.
it was Sarah was talking smack generally, I think, and so I volunteered.
Yeah, you said that you
To get in
have
the ring.
correct amount of gumption to go up such a fierce competitor.
Well-
such Sarah Smith.
I have some experience with defending against that personality, so I think I could do well against Sarah. But
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's the thing. 2021. We don't know what's going to happen yet. We're just starting this off, man.
we have no idea.
This
Let's
year
get this
is
tournament
fresh.
in. Then we'll
This-
decide if
yeah.
I step down into the ring or not.
This year is fresh, and we're going to do this tournament, and then start our next season, I guess, 2021.
That's right.
And who knows what we're going to do? A bit more specialty matches, maybe the trio matches, as you said.
I like that
Retirement
idea.
matches.
I really like that.
Oh, more family matches. Who knows?
I might have to get a new hat.
Oh, well, maybe. Would it still
Every-
have bones on it? Because you're a bone man.
I don't know. Every season I got to get a new hat, maybe.
I've got a ball cap that has a picture of a dog that's decomposed on it, and it says, "In dog years, I'm dead." So it still has bones. You could wear that.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
man,
really
it's
much for a
pretty
ball
dark.
hat. I'm not really a ball hat. I'm fine with dark. I got a skull on mine, but I'm not really a ball hat kind of a guy.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, man. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. That's the Music Trivia League.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, too, with you people watching right now. If you have any sort of ideas or suggestions, please tell us in the comments, and we'll take them seriously. We might not do them, but we will take them seriously for sure.
Totally consider them.
And our minds, we understand as human beings that we can't think of everything ourselves, and that sometimes you just need a great idea from another source.
Yep.
And, I hope that source is you guys. So
Yep.
please let us know in the comments,
Hit us
right?
up. And thank you for watching all these episodes.
Yeah, so big thank you for watching. I guess we are 15 matches in that these people have watched, and appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely.
And please tell your friends. And we are going to see you next in our tournament, our 2020 tournament, Player of the Year,
Tournament. Yep.
being held in 2021. It's awesome.
It's like it's January madness.
I like that. I like that. As I cozy up to watch my Steelers play in the playoffs,
That's right.
I'm gonna have to cozy up and hopefully have the Steelers watch me play in these playoffs.
Hey, it could happen, man. Big Ben's
Could be.
got time to kill. So
It could be. I'm gonna tweet them. Be like, hey man, Juju
Support me.
Smith-Schuster, you gotta watch me, man.
that's right.
You know?
I'm
All
amazed
right.
that you could say that so cleanly. I can't even say that dude's name.
Oh, I say it multiple times every Sunday,
I'm sure you do.
and I draft him every year.
I didn't have him on my team, so I didn't say his name much.
I definitely did, and he didn't get me anywhere, but he's still great player. The problem is they have too many great players on that team, so you can't. They're not a one and done like some other teams where they only
I
have
see.
one guy they always throw to. You know?
I see.
All
Wow.
six receivers probably have close to 80 receptions. So
That's bananas.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
bananas.
yeah,
So,
it's like peanut butter, man. You gotta spread it out.
gotta spread it out, man. So you're going to be disappearing, I guess, Ken the Zen, to get into Canadian
Yes.
form and get ready to go in the playoffs. All right.
Absolutely, I can't wait. And like I say, I do got my books. I'm ready to go. You know, it's not that hard, guys. Song has had to be in the top 10 from the Billboard Hot 100 from 1955 to 2019.
That's like, I
That's
don't
it.
know,
That's all you need to know. That's all you have to study.
100 songs, maybe?
Yeah, whatever. It's just songs. So if you're watching this and you want to play, just study. And if you get those down, throw in a couple bands you really like, and you got a real shot of making a victory at least.
You could be in the tournament next year.
Could maybe be in that tournament next year. All right, my friend. I guess we got to wrap this up.
We do. Time to go.
And again, thank you everybody for watching. And please tell your friends, subscribe, send us a message, send us a video, send us whatever you want. You got questions, suggestions? Well, send them private so other people don't read it.
Yeah,
But you
that's
could write in the comment too, and then I could just maybe answer your difficult query right there.
Who knows? But yeah, if you got
knows?
feedback, by all means, send it our way, man. We're always evolving. We've seen evolution just in this first season alone with the rules and stuff. We're always trying to make it better. So if there are ways that you think we can do that, please let us know.
Absolutely. All right. Well, on that note, I guess we got to bid farewell, Johnny, to these
Farewell.
beautiful people. So
We'll see you at tournament time.
see you in the tourney, eh?
Eh?
Canadian, eh? I'll see you in the match, eh?
Eh?
All right.
All right. Cheers.
Au revoir. Bye bye.
Hasta la bye bye.
Peace.